I love music. I love what it does for the psyche. Anyway, hello you guys. Welcome. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing something different for the new year. Okay. Why? Because one, I asked you guys if that's something you wanted me to do, and the answer was overwhelmingly yes. So, first things first. You guys asked me how to budget. Well, I'm going to do the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University, and the reason I'm going to do that is because it worked for me and Dave. We are successful with our Financial Peace University stuff, but I'm going to go over the steps of that in a series of videos. So step number 1 for Financial Peace University is you've got to build an emergency fund. You need to have $1,000 for emergencies in the bank before you can start tackling your debt, before you can start doing anything else. Because one, when you are starting to pay off your debt, you should not have credit cards active. You need to rely on that emergency fund. So, this is a place that David found all the way back in 2006 or 2007. I can't remember how long ago, but we've been members or bankers with SMARTYPIG for a very long time. Now, why do I like SMARTYPIG? One, because it pays you monthly a really nice interest rate, better than most banks, okay? So if you're trying to save money and you want your money to work for you, put it in a place that pays higher interest rates. Now, you can tie up the money, but here's the nice thing. If you need access to the money, all you have to do is go in and withdraw it and send it back to your bank account. It's that easy. It may take a couple of days, but it's that easy. And once you put the money in your SMARTYPIG account, it has to be confirmed that it's actually there. So when you transfer money into SMARTYPIG, you can't take it back until it clears the account. Does that make sense? Until it does accounts receivable and they clear it from your other account.
That's part of the point, right?
Yes, because that's part of the thing. They want you to have the money saved. So you can set up goals with SMARTYPIG.
No, I mean, that's part of the good thing is...
You can't just transfer it over and use it and it's gone.
You have to jump through hoops to take money out.
Well, it's not a huge hoop.
No, it's still available. It's not like you're locking it away for 10 years.
No, it's not like a certificate of deposit.
Yeah. But the fact that you can't take money out right away makes it harder for you to...
blow it on something stupid.
To impulse buy, right? Because if you're like, oh, I'm going to buy me a new... the newest gadget or gizmo, you're like, well, I've got
$1,000 in my emergency fund.
Yeah, and SMARTYPIG, but you're going to have to close the goal, then you're going to have to wait a couple of days, and if you just transferred money into the goal, you'll have to wait 2 business days. It's going to take you like a week to get the money, which if there's an emergency, you could still get it. But
an emergency, you can still get it. But that's the point. It's called an emergency fund.
Well,
not David's wanting to upgrade his computer on a whim fund.
We use the SMARTYPIG more for goals and long term.
Yes, which I'm going to get to in a future video. Today I'm just introducing them to
emergency is your regular savings.
Yes, an emergency fund
That's
is just for
$1,000 in regular savings, right?
Yes, it's just $1,000.
At least $1,000.
Minimum $1,000 that you have on hand for, say, you get in a car accident and you have to pay your deductible of $500. Yeah. That's there. Say your furnace breaks and you need to get it repaired. $1,000 usually covers that repair.
Right, the $1,000, and I hate Dave Ramsey, but I mean he's not wrong on this.
Yeah, we both hate him now.
Is that it keeps you from putting more money on credit cards.
Yes, that's the whole point.
If you get a flat if you have no money in savings and you get a flat tire, what do? You
put the new tire on credit card.
You end up putting it on credit. But if $1,000 is just to absorb those small
little emergencies, bumps.
Yeah, without having to use credit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the thing with the emergency fund, if you use it, you need to restore it as quickly as possible. All right. So, this is the beginning of the free budget workshop, okay? Because I'm doing this for free. I am not charging admission like Lady Dre is with paparazzi. I want you guys to know this knowledge for free.
Is this the kind of budgeting she's doing?
I don't know, but I'm doing this for free for my viewers because I think this is stuff that some people may not be privy
I was
to.
just wondering, I thought they were doing like maybe a specifically for selling jewelry kind of budget.
That's future videos. I've been planning this out. This is just video number 1. David's like getting ahead of us here.
This is like personal household budget, right?
Yes, it's about personal householding budget. This is not to go with an MLM structure at all. This is just for you guys to look at your personal household budget to get your house in order so you guys are better off financially in 2025 than you were in 2024. So I'm also going to be leading by example, and I'm going to be doing this with you. And I'm going to be making posts, holding myself accountable along with you, okay? So this is going to be fun. It's going to be an experiment, and it's something that I want to help you guys on. So budgeting workshop, okay? The goal is to save $1,000, okay? An emergency fund is always a must. Before you tackle any of your debts, you must protect yourself, okay? That is the main reason for the $1,000 emergency fund, okay? It's to protect yourself while you're trying to pay off your debts, okay? There's no other reason behind it, okay? It's just to protect you in case of an emergency, okay? That's it. How? How do you save $1,000? Well, this is a hard part, and only you can answer this question for yourself, okay? It's not going to be easy for everybody, but I'm going to share some ideas. Now, I'm going to go back to SmartyPig for a second. It doesn't cost anything to join SmartyPig. You just go in, you link up your accounts, and you start saving. All right, so give me a second here. I'm going to log in real quick. And this is how we are going to go about this, okay? So say you, hold on. I have to put in the password. All right. So here is how it works, okay? So you go in and you set up a goal, okay? So here's one of the goals. We have an 18-month emergency fund that David has automatically putting into his account every payday an extra $200. It's automatic. He's been doing this for years. I don't even think he notices it anymore. And here's the other thing I do, and this is really crazy. Every time we get close to our target goal here, I increase the goal. so it keeps taking the money, because once you reach your goal, it stops taking the money out of your account. So you go in and you can create a goal. So you can put in here $1,000 emergency fund. You can hit a target date. We'll say you want to have that target within 5 paychecks, okay? So by mid-March, okay? And your target amount, $1,000. Now here's things you can do. Category. There's lots of categories. I just put miscellaneous for emergency fund. And reoccurring deposit, yes, you can do this. You can set it up to have it automatically come out until a goal's reached. So you can go bi-weekly. And you want to start on your next payday, which is, say, Friday the 5th. And you want it to take $100 out. Say you get paid weekly. So you can do bi-weekly, and you can do $100 every 2 weeks, or $200 every 2 weeks, okay? If you do 5 paychecks, so let's look at the calendar. So you get paid on Friday the 5th, January the 19th, February 2nd, okay? And then February 16th, And then you get paid on March 1st. So on March 1st, you should have reached that goal if you did $200 every 2 weeks. Now that's going to be difficult, but it's necessary. It's something that you have to do. Now there are other ways to make extra money. All right? And this is something that if you are able to do it, it is a great way to make extra money. Donating plasma, okay? So, BioLab. What, honey?
I said, I mean, it takes like an hour. It's not super long, but
I wish it was quicker too. If you're interested in becoming a donor, there's BioLife Labs, okay? It takes a while for your first appointment because they have to do the medical screening and make sure everything's okay. So you have to go in early in the morning to become a donor, and then you have to go in at least 2 to 3 times a week, okay? But you can earn up to $850 per month on your first month, and then every time you go in, you get paid even more. It's an hour of time. If you're able to do it, it's a great way to, 1, save other people's lives, 2, you get paid for your donation, and 3, if you're able to do it, why not? Right there, if you did it 2 to 3 times a week, because you can only go in every other day. You can't go in every day. So say you go in on Monday to donate plasma, and then you take Tuesday off, you go in on Wednesday to donate plasma, you take Thursday off, and you go in on Friday. Or you can do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. There are some BioLife plasma places that are open 7 days a week, and they're open 24 hours a day. Because, again, plasma donation is extremely in need. So there is a good way to make extra money. So there's one way. There's one way. If you have a plasma donation center in your city, in your area, and you are medically able to give plasma, this is a great way to build that emergency fund up. And I'm putting that out there. This is a great way to build up your emergency fund. And that way, you're building your emergency fund. It's also a great way to help make a little bit of extra money if you are physically able, have the time to do so. It's a great way to supplement income without, doing a bunch of side hustle gigs, okay? So there's that. All right, sell items on Facebook Marketplace. Now, if you're watching my channel, my guess is that you are a former paparazzi consultant or a former multi-level marketing consultant with some multi-level marketing company. If you have inventory loaded at all, go to marketplaces and sell your inventory. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get it out of your house. Let go of that stress. It makes it a lot easier for you, and it makes it less stressful in the long run, okay? Or another thing that you could do is get a throwaway job. Now, what do I mean by a throwaway job? If you have the physical capability to be a barista at Starbucks, to work in fast food, there is no shame in doing so. Okay? There is no shame in doing so, especially if you just need a part-time gig. The other thing is if you live close to an airport in your city, and that airport has part-time jobs pushing people around in the wheelchairs to get them from one gate to another. If you're physically able to do that, that's a good throwaway job. There's also, there's tons of jobs out there. Find one that pays you decently, that will work with your schedule. That's the nice thing about it being a part-time throwaway job. Once you reach the goal, throw it away. It's not something that you have to stay in. You don't have to keep it. Like people, our parents grew up, knowing that it was company loyalty. You were supposed to be loyal to your company. Well, guess what? Employers aren't loyal to their employees. They do everything they can to take advantage of those employees. They don't take care of those employees. So why are we staying loyal to corporations that don't give two shits about us and our well-being? So, again, if you have the physical capability, get a throwaway job. All right? Now, the other thing, and this is where I'm going to be challenged. Stop wasteful spending for a little bit. All right. I have a calendar. I'm putting an X on it for every single day I avoid going to the casino. My goal is to not go to the casino until, one, I have $1,000 in my emergency fund. Two, I pay off any debts, and the debts I have are the cruise I'm taking with my best friend, and I just bought a bunch of stuff on Temu, so I have to pay off that credit card bill. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be stopping my wasteful spending. I'm going to build up my emergency fund, and then I'm going to budget to pay off the cruise with my best friend, and then I am going to focus on preparing for next year's expenses. That will be a future video. Okay? So these are some ideas that I'm throwing out there to help you reach your goal to get your emergency fund in place. The most important thing is to put the money away. Put it away where you won't have immediate access to it. It's an emergency that you have to either think about or know that it's there, and then you can pull it out. So if you have a credit union, and you are a member of a credit union, your credit union can open a separate savings account number for you, and you can title it emergency fund. And you can put the money directly into that emergency fund. The danger in that, however, you guys, the danger in that is that you can easily transfer the money to your regular account, and it makes it harder for you to build that emergency fund up because you have immediate access to it. So that's why I think SMARTYPIG is such a great resource. One, I love that you earn more in interest than you would with a regular savings account. And I'm just going to point this out again. I'm going to pull up this. Now, granted, David and I have quite a bit in our emergency fund. But every month, at the end of the month, they pay us interest. If you look at the interest transactions, okay, we earned $218.48 in our emergency fund last month. The month before that, we earned $209.98. Now, as you can see, interest rates have increased over the last year. At the beginning of last year, we only earned $149, then $148, but the interest is compounding monthly. Now, regular savings accounts, savings rates with your credit union are not 4.25%, okay? They're just not. Regular savings interest rates are like 0.25 in most places. So I'm just going to pull up, again, a credit union. Let's pull up BECU, because BECU is Boeing Employee Credit Union, okay? So they have, their savings rates. So let's see, loans and mortgages, planning and investing. Let's see, what are your rates? Where are your rates? Everyday banking. Savings. All right, so let's look at their savings rates. So they have member advantage savings at 6.17% on the first $500. How gracious. However, if you have a credit union that's offering something like this, take advantage of it. On the first $500, they're paying you 6.17%. And then if you have just a regular savings account, it's 0.50%. So as you can see, I'm splitting the difference here, but the rates at SMARTYPIG are 4.25. I will take the 4.25% annual percentage yield on my money month over month than I would at a regular bank. But that's an option. Again, I love SmartyPig. David and I have been using it for years. So, if you want to start doing something better for your financial health, I'm going to teach you the steps that David and I used when we did the whole Financial Peace University. There are some things that he promoted that I don't. So I'm not going to follow all the steps that he says are proven, because some of the stuff he teaches I feel are a little culty. But I do agree with having $1,000 in savings before you start your debt snowball. And the next video that I'm going to be putting out is talking about your debt snowball and figuring out what you owe and how you should go about paying it off. But again, that is only after you build your emergency fund. So, I want to thank you guys for being here today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to share this with others. My goal this year is to reach 1,500 subscribers on this channel. But most importantly, if you make it to the end of the video, YouTube loves watch time. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. My goal this year is to be more educational and pointing out bite model specific things, and to point out other lesser known MLMs. And that's my goal this year, is to educate, inform through logic and reasoning. So thanks for being here. Have a great day. And a special shout out to my members. Thank you so much for being members of this channel. It is greatly appreciated. But if you can, just donate blood or plasma. And have a great day.